Carmen, Sarah, there are legal battles playing out in multiple states right now, attempting to disqualify former President Trump from next year's ballots. But here in Connecticut, the Secretary of the State's office says it's not their decision, pointing to the U.S. Supreme Court to weigh in.
We need election officials across the country, especially here in Connecticut, to take the action necessary to disqualify President Trump.
Taubes has been pressuring the Secretary of the State's office to remove former President Donald Trump from the 2024 presidential primary ballot.
Under Section 3, Article 14 of the amendments to the Constitution, President Trump is ineligible for office and he cannot be put on any ballot.
He's referencing what's commonly referred to as the Insurrection Clause. It gives Congress the power to ban some public officials from holding office if they, quote, have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the U.S. Constitution. Taubes and others say this applies to Trump because of his role in the January 6th Capitol riot.
It's as clear as rules like person can't run for president unless they're over the age of 35 or unless they've been born in the United States. As part of our democracy, there's certain rules of eligibility.
But some legal experts say it's a gray area. While Colorado's Supreme Court disqualified Trump from its primary ballot, Michigan's Supreme Court ruled he can stay on theirs. These conflicting rulings will likely lead to appeals to the U.S. Supreme Court, and Connecticut's election officials say that's where this decision should be made. In a statement, a spokesperson for the Secretary's office said the Secretary does not have the jurisdiction over determining whether the 14th Amendment disqualifies Donald J. Trump from appearing on either the presidential preference primary ballot or the general election ballot. They added these varying state rulings could cause confusion, saying it's in everyone's best interest for the U.S. Supreme Court to provide direction to the states. But Taubes disagrees.
Connecticut has a long tradition and history of regulating its ballot and regulating access to the ballot, and we can't let Donald Trump be above the law.
As of right now, Trump's name will remain on next year's presidential primary ballot here in Connecticut, but Taubes says he is exploring legal routes to challenge that. Carmen, Sarah.